Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to share a tutorial with you using some of the newest Lavinia stamps. I'm using the Blackberry stamp and the Bramble stamp. I'm using one of the hedgehogs from the Wallace stamp. They're called the Wallace Family. This one came out quite a while ago. I'm using the fairy from the fairy bug set, which also came out a while ago. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I'm starting with a piece of card that's 15 centimeters square. And I'm going to emboss the card on my board. I quite liked the way that the last card came out, so I've marked up where I embossed the last card. So I'm just going to press down to emboss my lines on my card. When I did this the first time, I just did it randomly, but I quite like the way it came out. So I thought I'd share this way with you as well. But usually I just do it randomly. And I always turn my card over. And to break the fibres in the paper, I'll do this way as well. I hope you can see this okay. So now my card is embossed with some lines. Next, I'm going to take Seedless preserves, distress ink, and pumice stone distress ink. And with my pumice stone first, I'm going to gently, just drag this down my card. Very gently, I'm not leaning on it hardly at all. I'm going to do that. And I'm trying to go in a straight line. And then I'm going to do the same with my Seedless preserves. There you go. I think it gives it sort of like a fence texture. Made a little mistake there, but I'm not too worried about that because that's where I'm going to put my Blackberry stamp. The next thing I'm going to do is take my blending tool. Whoops. And Mowed Lawn distress ink, and I'm just going to give this a grassy type area effect using the green. That's that part done. Next, I'm going to stamp my blackberries. So I'm going to use my stamping press. Just in case I have to stamp it up twice. I can't see that now. think maybe I'll use the bigger stamping press because I want to have, which is just here. And then I can put my piece of card underneath to protect the rubber mat so it doesn't get ink on it. Going to place this first one just here. To stamp this, I'm going to use VersaFine Shady Lane VersaFine Clear ink. Wipe off any excess ink around the edge of my stamp. And press down firmly. Just to make sure that where the embossing is, I can get ink on to the embossed part. Okay, I'm just going to give a little bit more ink on there. There we go. And I'm going to take my piece of acetate. I don't want to get any ink on this side at the moment. And I'm going to place that one as close to the other one as I can get. And remembering to remove my acetate. Once again, ink up with Shady Lane VersaFine Clear. Gently tapping. Remove the excess from the edge of the stamp. Oh dear. And once again, press down firmly. Press down firmly. And once again, just to give it a little bit more depth of colour, I shall re-ink and re-stamp. There we go. Okay. So that's that part of our card done. Stamp that part. I can now remove my Blackberry stamp. And next, I think I will stamp the Bramble. Just tuck that under there. So I'll have this bit coming in from this side. I'm going to use the same colour ink as I used for the bramble. Wipe off any excess ink, and once again press down firmly to get over them embossed lines. And taking our piece of acetate again. I'm going to stamp about there. No, I'm going to stamp there. Just need to stamp the bottom part of the stamp and press down over them embossed lines. Lovely. Taking out embossing. Wipe off the excess ink on our acetate. And I think I'll come down this way now. Remove the acetate. Re-ink our stamp. Gently tapping. Still using the Shady Lane VersaFine Clear. All these products are available from the Lavinia Stamps website. I'm just going to re-ink that stamp there. Little leaf. Whoops. There we go. Place the acetate. Don't get any stray ink on my card. And to bring this quite low down. Once again, inking my stamp. Push my piece of paper over a little bit. And once again, pressing firmly. And there we go. Now the next thing I'm going to stamp is my little hedgehog from the Wallace Family set. So he's going to be looking up at the butterfly. I have a little dent in my hedgehog. I must order another set. So I'll just ink him up with Acorn VersaFine Clear ink. And hopefully it won't have a hole in him. Hopefully he'll come out this time. Yep, still got a hole. So to rectify this hole, you get a dry paintbrush and just pick up a little bit of brown ink, acorn ink, and then I just gently fill it in. Not too much. And that's our hedgehog stamped. And the last thing to stamp is our little butterflies. So I had one coming in from the side. I've done 3 butterflies because Mother Nature does like to have odd numbers. So I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to use VersaFine black ink. VersaFine black ink for my butterflies. Press down firmly where that embossed mark is. And my acetate, I'm going to put my other butterfly about there. This can be the one that Wallace is looking at. I call them all Wallace because they're called the Wallace family, so they've all been named Wallace. Remove my acetate once again. Ink up with my VersaFine black ink. And stamp that down. And then my last butterfly is going in amongst my blackberries because she's pretty hungry. So she's just about to land on a blackberry. And stamping with VersaFine black. And wipe off the excess on the... And there we have our stamped card. Remove my butterfly. And there's all our stamping done. Now we just need to, I'm going to give it a quick blast. Sorry about the noise. Now I'm just going to do the finishing touches. So for the finishing touches, I have a gold jelly roll pen. It's called Clear, but it's sort of like a very, very faint gold colour. And I'll be highlighting up the leaves of my brambles. Turn it this way. Just putting nice little sparkle onto the finished card. And then I'm also going to highlight Wallace in gold as well. Gives him that sort of finishing touch. His little feet. And I wonder if he's enjoying a nice sunshiny day, walking in his garden. I hope so. So you can, not sure if you can see the sparkle, but sometimes you can if you get the light reflecting. And on the leaves as well. And then for my blackberries, I've got a purple jelly roll pen that also has a bit of sparkle in it. And I just filled in all the little dots of the blackberries. Now, is this working? A bit of scrap card. Yep, here we go. It's working now. Just making these blackberries look delicious with this purple highlight. You can see it quite well when you're up close. I think it's a bit harder to see on the screen. I've had a lovely few days. The sun's been absolutely wonderful until yesterday when it just rained all day non-stop. But I hope you all managed to enjoy the sunshine. I think it made lots of people feel good this time in our lives. It's been nice for the children this week as well, being off school at half term, and they've had some really lovely weather to go out and about with their families. So as you can see, that gives the blackberries a little bit of a sparkle too. There's 2 more things to do now, and that is, I use pink on the other card, so I use it on this card. So I put a bit of pink ink on my mat. Spray a little bit of water. Get a little paintbrush. Hopefully this is dark enough to show up. My daughter absolutely loves this card, so I said I was going to make a video and she asked me to make it for this one, so she really likes this one. You can put any sentiment you like on this one. It could be like Mother's Day, could be a birthday. And there we go. And the next thing we do now is we wipe up our pink ink, whoops, and we get our Distress ink, Mowed Lawn, rub that on our mat, clean our brush, spray a little bit of water onto our green ink. And then we're going to highlight these leaves so they show up more. What I did was followed the lines of the veins of the leaf. I know blackberry leaves are usually a lot darker than this. I really enjoy just painting in these little bits. It's so relaxing. There we are. That's our card. Everything we need to do on our card done. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edge of my card. Oops. Around the edge of my card. Just around the edge with a little bit of what did I use? Seedless preserves. So just to darken that edge, to bring your eye into the centre a bit more. And that's our finished product. And all you need to do now is mount your card up. And you can add a sentiment down here, or you could add a sentiment up anywhere, really, whatever occasion you want to use the card for. I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun if you make one. Thank you very much for listening and watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.